Okay, today we're going to be working on some attacks from side control, focusing on the far side arm. Okay, the two techniques that you should be familiar with in order to perform these techniques are the far side reverse armbar and the Americana. So, oftentimes, here, when you're in a standard side control position, okay, and the person's forearm is across your neck, which is quite typical, during the transition, whenever you see the hands pass across the plane of your head, you want to take advantage of that position. Now, there's plenty of escapes that are going to occur with their hand in this position, various reasons. But whenever you find yourself in this position, there's a couple of things that you can do to really capitalize on it. So if they begin in this position and for whatever reason it passes over, the first I want you to do, the first attack, is to put your head directly on the ground. Okay? What that does is it cuts off any ability for him to move the arm back into this position. Okay? So what I want to see is this trigger. As soon as his hand comes around, place your head on the ground. Okay? Then I want you to hold keep your hand up close to your jaw. So when he tries to bring his hand out, my head keeps that from happening. Okay? From this position, I want you to take your right hand, post it over the top, bring your left knee underneath his armpit, bring your right knee over the top of his head and press it down. You may come up slightly, see my body position, come up on your left foot, tuck underneath, readjust to a 90, armbar. Again. I know there's lots of details here, but this basically cuts off all of the paths that do not lead to the submission that you're working on. You start out in this typical position. His hand comes across the body. You immediately drop your head to the ground. I place my hand over his head. I keep my other hand close to the jaw. Moving his head down. Left knee into the armpit. Right knee to the head. Further pressing it. Getting more parallel. Posting. Right foot to the armpit. Left shin over. Armbar. Now, second option. Second option is he does the same thing, placing it over. Okay? I put my head on the ground, but this time when I bring my hand over, I put my body into a rear naked, my arms into a rear naked choke position and put my hand by my ear. So I was in this position, closing it off for the armbar. Then I bring my hand into a rear naked choke position. Now I'm in this position. I've given him room here to escape fully. When he escapes fully, my hand catches his wrist and he goes straight into an Americana position. Okay? So we're in this position. I feel this happening. There's an armbar opportunity. I place my head on the ground. I decide I don't want to go for the armbar. I want to set up an Americana. I go to a rear naked choke position with my hand near my ear. I sit up. I wait for him to escape. His wrist gets caught by my own. I make the adjustment. Finish there. So two options, starting from the very beginning. Here, comes around. I immediately put my head on the ground, stepping over, closing everything out. Nice and tight. Maybe I want to play a more conservative game and stay on side control rather than move around. He comes over the top. I close it out. I put my hand into an RNC position, sit up, let him escape his arm, gets caught in the Americana. Give it a try. We'll see you next time.